Hello, Giants fans. Welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. So I'm sorry for how slow I was getting the video out, as well as the fact that there's no picture today. Just been busy, didn't really have time to get the studio ready and everything. So I'm just trying to get this video posted, especially with how late it is. You usually get it before the night's out, I know. The Giants beat the Diamondbacks yesterday 6-5, and it's not that it matters anymore, but that was a really neat game that they played. Carlos Rodon wasn't good yesterday, went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, but the Giants worked around his bad start. And I think this is just an off night for Rodon. I mean, he's already established his value on the free agent market after this year, so he's just, it was an off night. And they happened. Giants worked around this one. Brandon Crawford and Austin Wynns and David Villar each hit a home run for the Giants. And Villar is the name I really have to bring up because of the hot streak that he's on and the big hits that he has been getting. So what's the question for him? Well, the question about whether he can fit in as a really good tool player in 2023 is basically whether he can be consistent with the bat. I mean, it's one thing to have a hitter who has these hot streaks, these occasional hot streaks and looks really good during those times, and it's another thing to have a player who can be consistent with the bat and with his overall statistics, and looking like over the course of a full year, you'll see good statistics because he was consistently productive with the bat, and that's what the Giants need in 2023. I mean, this year, they've had games, including last night's, where they scored a lot of runs. They've also had games that they've lost because of poor offense. So it has been an issue for the Giants. It was just, I think their lost season was based on a combination of offense and pitching that didn't really go right. But what they'll need in 2023 is good, consistent, both of those, really. And for the good, consistent offense aspect of it, David Villar, I guess that's going to be the difference maker for him because he's showing a lot of strength as a player right now, and I think that's going to be the thing for Villar. Can he transform into a consistently good hitter? And if he can do that, if what we're seeing from his really good hot streak right now is what we should want to see, then Villar could just be one of the next great players for the Giants. We don't know how far he's going to go, but they'll need consistent offense next year, and if Villar can transform into what a real prospect should be, then that would be absolutely great for the Giants. So that's the thing. He's on a hot streak now. Can he achieve consistency? And I think there's a good chance he will. He's in his rookie season right now, so again, we don't know fully what's going to become of him, but if his tools, a player has tools, and Villar has some power, and he's got, a way to swing the bat, if the tools transform into consistent on-field performance, then next year, he might be a big part of their lineup, and he might bat second or third. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, but he may bat second or third in the lineup. Just who knows? And even if he didn't, he could be a really reliable part of the Giants lineup. Evan Longoria singled in a run in the 5th inning. I don't know what any of you were thinking when he started this year on the injured list. I mean, I was thinking I didn't really expect too much from him when he came back because he was a player, he was late in his career and struggling with an injury. And, we had seen him slump sometimes with the Giants. I mean, he had performed really well in 2021, over 800 OPS, but then after getting an injury in 2022, well, I was a little I didn't know what to expect out of him. I got to confess that, but he came back, and I believe his OPS as of 2022 is still over 800. I mean, he is still a good player. That's the way things are. And he had an RBI single today. So working around that injury, coming back, performing well, I mean, Longoria has to be credited with that. And on the pitching side of things, it was Shelby Miller that did it. He was a former D-backs pitcher, actually, and today he pitched against the D-backs for the Giants, and he went 2 2/3 innings, didn't give up a run. So this is one of those games where it's a pitcher, a long reliever who just goes some bulk innings and pitches well. It's one of those games today, and that's what Shelby Miller did today to pick up the win in this game. Then in the top of the 9th inning, it was tied 5-5, and J.D. Davis had the double that scored the run that would turn out to be the winning run. And then Camilo Doval got the save, pitching a scoreless bottom of the 9th. And the Giants locked down this 6-5 win over the Diamondbacks. They won this one-run game here. So it is kind of neat to see the Giants in the late innings, those games that they have had trouble with at critical parts of the year, but that this time they managed to be the team that eventually comes out on top. And I believe better teams do win one-run games, and the Giants, we've already mentioned this is a lost year for the Giants, but it does show something on the part of a team to come and win a game that turns out to be a one-run game like that. And the Giants haven't done that consistently, haven't done it well this year, but that's what they did last night with J.D. Davis's double. So Giants beat the Diamondbacks, and we'll see what they do today. And I believe that Logan Webb will be pitching. Or wait a minute, when did Webb last pitch? I'm sorry, maybe my memory is a little... Yeah, I know, he wouldn't have had 4 days of rest. It'll be... We'll see who it's going to be. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you have not. Also, please make sure to comment on the video, and I'll answer any questions you might have. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.